Kia ora team, welcome back to the Flutter on Friday the 18th of March. Man, this year is going fast. My name is Carl Tiley. I am joined in studio by my good friend Patrick Jones. Patrick, how are you, mate?
Very well, thanks, Carl. You know, as they say, winter is coming.
So, it is. Yeah. Bloody cold in Wellington today.
Let's not get into Wellington weather. We'll be here
good,
all day.
Not good. Early calls for Pat to be in the hot seat.
I like it.
Shout out Tiffany. Early doors there. Wow. What am I not producing? Am I not giving you enough? Tough scenes.
More nonsense when I'm in the hot seat.
That's we were just talking about liability and that earlier. So, yeah. Anyway, hey, if you're new to the Flutter, welcome. We're a show where we look at different TAB products, sporting and racing events around the world, and Pat and I will try and give you some advice on how you can combine the two to get the best out of your betting experience. This is an interactive show. We like to hear from you guys. Plenty of comments coming in already. If we call your comment or your question out, you'll be given a $10 bonus bet for the weekend. Plenty of love, basically. Playing to the Highlanders, the Warriors, and Manawatu, and you're almost in the mix. Now to the favourite part of the show, the promos segment. Patrick likes to run through the promos with one breath, which is almost impossible. So over to you, Pat.
Huge weekend of racing coming up, obviously. Plenty tomorrow, but first, Palmy Dogs, Addington and Alexandra Park Harness, both bonus back on the first two races there. Got your usual bonus back blitz, Trentham, Flemington, Rosehill tomorrow, and then Tauranga on Sunday, the first two races as well. Obviously, cricket bonus back still going strong with the Women's World Cup getting towards the business end of the group stage at the moment. Got Super Rugby and NRL bonus back and same game claim on every game, so heaps for the sports punters there. Also NBA and football same game claims. A-League bonus back as well for the football punters. UFC bonus back on the main card this week with our boy Dan Hooker fighting over in London.
Fight.
So
big fight.
Big fight on Sunday morning there. All your usual multi-busters, the UFC, oval ball, football, racing, American sport. Plenty to get stuck in there. And Got a new promo coming up. I've already seen some requests for a bit of Formula 1 chat in the comments, and so we've got F1 bonus back.
How good is this? Same
story as everything else. Pre-race bet on the outright winner market, and if you come second, third or fourth, bonus back up to $50. So one for all you who'll be up on Monday morning with me, screaming at your TVs.
I think I'm committing myself to a full season of F1 this year. Last year I followed it in the wings after Drive to Survive, but this year I think first three races anyway. I'll definitely be watching.
You've got kids, so you'll probably be up at those hours anyway.
Tough scenes with kids. Also, before we rip in, little Flutter bonus back for you guys watching. Same deal as a normal bonus back race, except it's just our selections. Bonus back on our selections. So I'll go first. And we're going to Palmerston North Greyhounds today. Of course, there is bonus back on races 1 and 2. So I'm looking to race 3. Just to give you guys something there. 3:07 p.m. I've seen a lot of chat for Greyhounds already. Big time Elsa. This is we're speaking about my kids. They love Elsa. They love Elsa big time, but not big time Elsa. I followed this dog quite a lot, probably because of Frozen, so have made a bit of money too. Good dog, very good dog. Loves the 8 box. What do we got? 3 wins and 5 seconds and 16 starts, so 50% hit rate in the top 2 there, and 50% runs in the top 3. 50% of her career races, 92 starts so far. So there you go, $4.50 for the win, $1.60 a place. Have a crack. Bonus back, Flutter bonus back. Patrick, who have you got?
I'm doing my usual sort of thing, going late night for all us hardcore punters. Are still going at 10:45 tonight. Off to the Valley again. Race 6, Godolphin mare Catalan resuming. She absolutely flies fresh. She's won 4 out of 5 first up. And this looks a bit of a 2-horse race to me between her and in the boat, so I'm just going to take the extra value, getting close to $4 for her. Jamie Carr on, love that. And the boat's pretty late in the prep, so I think this might not be grand final day, just be run out the string. And I think with the way she's drawn outside in the boat, she'll be able to sit off and just run over the top late on. So 2-horse race, get on Catalan.
There you go. Remember, that is bonus back on just those 2 runners. So if they finish second, third or fourth, money back up to $50 as a bonus bet. Alrighty, Patrick, a lot to get through. We're going to start with the NRL. Last night's game, wow. It was pretty good. If you guys watched it, love to hear your thoughts. Takeaways from me, week 1 is probably not something we can judge a season on.
Yeah, I was pretty ready to come in here all guns blazing. I've been potting the Rabbitohs all off season. They, about the first 65 minutes through, they looked like the backline had been introduced to each other when they ran out of the tunnel, which I think is no small part to Adam Reynolds not being there. But Latrell really got his hands on the ball a lot late, and I mean, Storm having a man in the bin for a lot of the second half helped. But yeah, they did seem to find something there. So whether it was a bit of fool's gold or whether it's something to build on, you got to be. It's at least something positive for the Bunnies, because it was looking pretty dark there. I had the joke all ready to go there, on pace to score as many points this season as they had in one game last year, but ruined all my good content. So and I'm not really sure what to take out of the Storm. 2 close wins. I had them winning by about 500 last week against the Tigers. Didn't work, and then last night I thought they were going to win quite comfortably too. So they looked like they started. Well, they did start very hot, and I don't know. Yeah, there's still no months to last week, no cheese this week. They're not going to be at full strength. They do have a weirdly poor record in milestone games as well, I think. So maybe
Bellamy's 500 last night, wasn't it?
I can see them building into the season, but it's, with the amount of stars they've got, and they've got a few new guys there, they'll probably hit their straps a bit later on. But maybe after how good Penrith were, they sit a little bit behind the Panthers in the power rankings at the moment.
And of course, we will see Penrith tonight take on the Dragons, but not really a game I want to talk about, if I'm honest. I want to go to the next one, the Roosters v Manly.
Yeah.
I've got it circled as the game of the round, but
the redemption
after last night, I don't know.
Bowl. Yeah.
The redemption bowl, yeah. For who?
Both teams.
Yeah. Both lost last week. Interestingly, they have split the last 10. These two 5 apiece, and of course both won a game 46-4 and 44-6 last year. So I'm leaning towards the Roosters here. I can't see them playing badly 2 weeks in a row. What about you?
Yeah, I do think the Roosters are. I've still probably got them on top of Manly in my power ratings, but if you're talking about who they were playing last week, at least Penrith are a proper team that put Manly to the sword, Newcastle. So there is that whole thing. Roosters still don't have a fully settled side. Hooker, Connor Watson's filling in there. Those guys, a lot of the guys in the back line who I thought were going to hit the ground running, maybe going to take a while to hit their straps. So I could see Manly putting up a fight. As underdogs, I'd probably lean that way. But it's not, as you'll see with my best bets, there's not a lot of games I'm feeling fairly confident about the result in this week.
And that's the beauty of the NRL. A couple of questions or comments. Let's go to Xavier Broham. How can you back the Roosters after they've lost to the Wooden Spoon favourites? Knights aren't the Wooden Spoon favourites, but they were best backed in the market. But I'm convinced that the Roosters are a very good side. And they will not perform like that 2 weeks in a row.
And these new the law adjustments are bringing teams a bit closer together than they were last year as well. We're not just going to see all these cricket scores where the Storm and Bunnies get a roll on and put 50 up every second week.
I think too, if you watch the Panthers Manly game last week, the Panthers nullified Tommy T very effectively and kicked to Jason Saab every chance he got, and he is in all sorts of trouble. Him and who's his centre,
Brad Parker?
No, who's the other side?
Morgan Harper.
Yeah. Well, both of them not overly great.
Yeah.
You got to get away to get Jordan Taufua into their side.
George
Taufua, sorry.
It's kind of amazing what Tommy did with that team when you look at a few of the guys in the backline last year.
Yeah. Anyway, another game I want to talk about, obviously, the Wars. The Warriors, Titans. The Warriors were... Xavier, you can have $10 bonus bet. The Warriors were disappointing last week. I didn't actually watch the game. I was at a wedding, so I watched numerous amounts of highlights, and the score didn't change. What do you think?
Yeah, I was also at a wedding, but we had about 4 different phones going with the game on around the tables at all times. There was a few cheers when Katoa crashed over there to take the lead, but Look, yeah, it's obviously not great. The injuries are a bit concerning, but if we're talking about this week and punting, we're getting them as 7.5 point underdogs, which is when they start looking very appealing to my eye. Yeah, obviously Reece Walsh is going to be a massive in.
Yeah. I saw a stat during the week, cannot remember where or who my source is, but at the price they are, they're 30% chance of winning. They actually win 66% of these games. So read into that what you will, but
and on the other hand, I don't think the Titans have a great record as $1.40 or shorter favourites.
No, and I'm really keen. While Johnson's a big out and a big loss for us, considering he had his hands all over those 16 points last week, beware the scorn man. Ash Taylor has absolutely nothing to lose this week and has it all to gain. I wouldn't be surprised to see him
no bigger force than a revenge game
turn in one of his $1 million performances. So I'm hopeful. There's plenty of love for the Warriors. Anthony Romano bonus back Warriors 1 to 12 at $4. Give me some of that. Anthony, give me $10 bonus bet. Tyson Evans, Ash Taylor, Matt Lodge, and Reece Walsh to make a difference. Can't disagree there. Reece Walsh big in. We actually had a question from Callum Waller. Will Walshy and Ash Taylor inspire the Warriors to a win? It's still our year.
It's always our year.
I think they definitely can. They can. This is, if you're a value hunter, you love a roughie, then the NRL is the best place to find them, and the Warriors at 325 is great value for me.
Like Reece Walsh, I think it's almost flying under the radar how good he was last year at that age, and like he's only going to have gotten better with a full off season. Like he didn't even join the Warriors at the start of the season. He's had a full off season in that system, getting used to the players and everything. I think he could be in for a massive year. So
I do too.
I do think you want to see the Warriors. Obviously, they're not going to have the full spine, but I do think you want to see what the Warriors look like with him and what he can do before we completely go.
I think
turning 2023 into our year.
I think last week. Something I took away from the highlights that I saw was how invested he was on the sideline. Like there's all this chat about him going to Redcliffe next year and not being invested in the Warriors, but whenever they scored a try, he was up and about. He looked like a kid in a candy store. Like he's into it.
He's a real competitor. Like, I still remember back to his debut in Melbourne on that Sunday night, and like he was barking orders from fullback at everyone. I think he's, even if he is like looking at going elsewhere, he's not going to be giving less than 100% on the park. So
question from Tiffany: did I back the Warriors again this week to make the 8? Not yet, but at $5, I might have a wee crack. What's that? Triple down, double? I don't know. There's a lot. Of course, if you heard Pat before, the Warriors top 8 bonus back.
Still going strong.
Come 9th to 15th, you get your money back as a bonus bet. And after watching the Dogs Cowboys last week, I can guarantee you they won't come 16th.
That was the wooden spoon bowl. Thank you very much.
That was horrible. Right, plenty more games available there across the NRL this week, but given we've got plenty else to talk to, let's get to some betting. Who's your best bet for this weekend?
Like I said, I think the bookies are pretty good with a lot of the lines, or I just don't have a lot of confidence in predicting some of these teams after what I saw last week. So I'm going a pretty try-scorer heavy sort of bent with my best bet. I'm going Sione Katoa anytime try-scorer against the Eels on Saturday evening. It's $1.91. Parramatta's right edge defence just looked completely at sea. Brian Kelly and Philip Sami were doing whatever they want up there in the first half, so I think Mulatalo and Katoa could do similar things. $1.91, I'd back Mulatalo as well at the 270, but play it safe with the man who's being marked by Waka Blake to be the try scorer.
Nice. Just want to quickly shout out Theo Christopher. Haven't got any golf chat in here this week, but if you can give me an update of current scores, I haven't seen any of it today, so let me know, please. My best bet, very short for me. I've gone Raiders head to head, $1.53.
Didn't hang out with Paul Moati too much.
I know. I did have Storm last night on the advantage line. They were my best. Raiders $1.53 for me, I think. I think they're going to smoke the Cowboys.
Yeah,
Townsville.
The only thing that scares me off is just the road teams early in the season have such a poor record. But if you took that out, you talk about like coming out of different classes of races for horses. That was like a maiden versus, I think the Sharks Raiders game was actually a pretty good game of footy. Both teams have some good prospects.
It was a great game to watch.
Danny Lee won off the lead in
What?
Tampa, just
Sick.
6 under.
Sick.
Yeah.
Go Danny. Who's leading?
Sam Burns, Adam Hadwin, David Lipsky, and Johnny Vegas.
Sam Burns. Come on. Sorry. Back to rugby
Good
league.
to have a bit of live reaction on the Flutter.
Yeah. Who's your value bet? Value bet.
You're not going to like this one so much. David Fafita to score a double, 625. I do think he could cause a
He
little
can
bit
get
of
a
chaos.
double and still lose.
He's
It's
well
okay.
rested after doing absolutely nothing last week, hanging out on the wing for 70
Did he
minutes.
score 2 or 3 or 4 in that 44 loss?
Yeah,
44 loss
he
last
had
year?
2 hat-tricks last season, so he can. When he gets one, he quite often gets 2.
Yeah. I'm going, I think I said this last week to the Tigers, but I like this option. Cowboys less than 10 points, $4.20. They struggled to score 6 last week.
Yeah.
Bonus back. Winning team and margin bet. Who you got?
I'm going Panthers 1-12 tonight. I think they win.
Yep.
But yeah, it's another one road team. The Panthers may be a little bit overvalued after playing so well first time back in front of fans and everything. So I think they win, and I'll just take the extra value out for $3 for 1-12. Maybe the Dragons can keep it close, but you're probably getting a bonus bet either way there.
Yep. Shout out Charlie Gray. You can have a $10 bonus bet. He likes the look of the Raiders at $1.53. Nice.
One for all the oval ball multibusters.
Yes. Get in there. I'm going Roosters 1-12. I think it'll be a tight game.
Nice.
$2.88. Same game claim.
I'd go in Warriors game again, just going to chuck David Fafita and then Marcelo Montoya and Reece Walsh in, because the Titans right edge defensively didn't look much better. Sean Russell could have had 7 if he hadn't had his ribs broken at half time. So
smoked.
Yeah, I think Walsh is in for a huge game and Marcelo's in the right spot to score $10, so that's pretty good. Hopefully should be a high scoring game there.
Yeah.
Flat track, afternoon footy.
Yeah, nice. Tiffany, no NBA chat today, but we will make special effort to dive deep next week. As agreed.
I'm still in mourning
right
about
now.
Steph Curry. So
yeah. My same game, just Roosters head to head. Daniel Tupou to score over 38.5 points.
Yeah, nice.
Simple. You only get 420 for that. I feel like it was less. I'll take 420.
Just claim it.
And a multi-buster.
4 try scorers: Isaac Targo tonight, David Fafita, Sione Katoa, and Tony Staggs to score against the Bulldogs.
Nice. What are we getting for that?
$20.62.
Woo! I'm going Panthers head to head, Roosters head to head, Raiders -3.5, and this makes me sick, but Knights head to head, 6.23.
Yeah,
it's a real danger game, that one. Dylan Matthews, you can have a $10 bonus bet. Reece Walsh, 2 tries on his comeback. Would love to see it. Okay, I'm excited about this. F1. What is this the biggest build up to a season in recent history?
It's got to be close, right? Like, I think Drive to Survive has helped the last few seasons, but we didn't have the title, right? Like, Mercedes have just been walking it. It's always great the sort of year after you get a close title race, everyone's pretty fired up about it. So Mercedes, who knows whether they're sandbagging or not, but them not looking like so dominant in testing certainly helps as well. I think certainly the most wide open betting race we've had to start a season for a while. Yeah,
it's exciting. I guess what have you taken out of? I know you don't read much into testing, but I'm keen to hear what you guys have taken out of testing, if you've seen anything. There was, I think, after the third session the other day, or the third day, Max Verstappen had the quickest lap, followed by Mick Schumacher. So
yeah, I did do a little bit more digging when you were bigging up Haas to me yesterday, and then
I don't know if I was talking them up.
But yeah, brought that to my attention is probably a fairer way to.
Yep.
And then I was reminded that they are looking for a title sponsor now that Mr. Mazepin's been thrown into the ocean where he belongs.
Yes.
So I think maybe Gunther's got all the engines turned up to 21, and they're hey, look, we're going to be on the podium all season. But I'd love to see Mick Schumacher especially have a great season. So all for Haas doing well. And if that means more Gunther on Drive to Survive next year as well, yes please. So, but yeah, no, I do think Red Bull, like I was saying last week, maybe we want to be playing around the top 2 from last season a bit, because if they were catching up on development after being all in for the 2021 season, but I think Red Bull, they just look the goods, right? Not just the times the car's driving super well, like everyone, all the reports you're hearing out of Bahrain say they are right there with Ferrari as sort of the best looking cars at the moment.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't like Max Verstappen very much as a person. Not that I know him, but
he's just a bad bloke.
I don't know. He might be a really nice bloke, but yeah, I think he's the one to beat this week for sure.
Yeah,
and that's reflected in the odds. Let's have a quick look at the comments. Steve Clancy, your last one in there. Charles Leclerc, 550 worth a chance.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Ferrari. They're like the Blues or the Warriors a little bit at the moment. Manchester United, they wear red and they were good in the 90s. I'll believe it when I see it with Ferrari. But all the signs are very positive out it. Yeah, and Charles loves Bahrain. He could have won there a couple of years ago. I do think he's one of the best drivers on the grid. So if they finally give him a car that he can actually drive, but just this Ferrari backroom still seems like a bit of a mess. So I don't think that they need a Wolf or a Horner in there to really get everything going in the right direction.
I watched the who's Norris and Ricciardo? What are they?
McLaren.
McLaren. Their episode of Drive to Survive the other night. So I'd love to see one of those two podium this week.
Watch this space.
Yeah. Hello. I've got a question for you guys, and it's worth a $50 bonus bet. So please listen up. Get ready. So Bahrain, Hamilton has won the last 3, and he's actually won 5 of the last 8. Outside of Nico Rosberg winning in 2016, only one other person has won in Bahrain in the last 10 years, Hamilton being one of them. So who's the other and how many wins? First person in the comments with the answer will get a $50 bonus bet. First person seen by our producer in the background, okay? No fighting, please. All right, Pat, let's get to some betting as we watch these comments fly on. Hopefully you guys can... I see...
You need the
name
well.
and the number. Yeah. I can see the name. Need the number. Actually, let's just watch these comments for a little bit. I want to see how good you guys are.
I might just put some bets on while we're...
No, let's get to some betting. Give me a race winner, and of course that doubles as a bonus back.
Yeah.
If they come second, third, or fourth.
For my main bonus back bet, I'm just going to play the straight bet Max at 288. That seems like pretty good value still, considering he's probably in the best car.
Oh, there we go. Luke Alexander. Vettel with 4. Well done, Luke. $50 bonus bet coming your way. Sorry.
No, yeah. I don't need to expand on that too much. Max, best car, defending champ. McLaren, Mercedes, who knows, but I do think there is a bit to be concerned about there. So, yeah, I'll take the 288. And
Yep, the same. I got Max as well. 288 seems like plenty of value. Mm-hmm. What about a top 3 finish?
Yeah.
It's outside of...
If you want to take not crazy odds, I think Leclerc at $2 looks pretty good there. Ferrari, reliability being such an issue early in the season, Ferrari looks like they've got that under control, so they should be there or thereabouts. But I'll have a swing at Lando Norris at $650. McLaren did have those issues with the brakes during testing, but I think the good thing is that when it's just one issue, it's easier to fix, so that they might have got it sorted, and they've clearly got the pace, so if they do, he can be right up there. He's finished 4th and 6th in Bahrain the last 3 years, so he loves the track. $650, great bet.
Nice. I'm going the new boy for Mercedes, George Russell.
Yeah, I did think about that.
$3.
Should have won here a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and in the testing, he looked like the better of the two out of him and Hamilton, which is wild to say. So yeah, $3. I think he's about 4th or 5th favourite in that. Maybe 6th at the moment.
Yeah, he's behind Chico there. He was doing pretty crazy things in a Williams last year. So he's going to be in a much better car.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fastest in practice.
I think Max. I think when they need to ramp it up, he can get there. Yeah, that'd be him. I don't know if Ferrari have the 1 lap speed that Red Bull have, and they'd be the obvious contender. Unless we just do see a Haas or maybe a McLaren. They get that 1 lap speed, but got to go Max.
Yep, agree. 275 for Max. We've got plenty on offer for the F1, which is awesome to see. Give me a. I know we've already said a race winner, but give me some value in that race winner market.
Oh, Lando, $19.
Yeah,
have a swing. Yeah, he could win it. If Red Bull and Ferrari aren't, or if McLaren have got their brake issues sorted, that the car could be as fast. So at $19, it's definitely to bet on that. It's definitely worth a little swing, I think. And then you got he's finished 4th 2 of the last 3 Bahrain Grand Prix. So certainly in the bonus back zone, as we like to say.
Nice. I haven't gone quite that Larry, but I went Leclerc or Russell. 550 at 9s. Love to see it.
Have a little, have $1 on Mick Schumacher, fastest in practice one, $126 is.
Excuse me, I just got to put a bet on.
If old mate's still on the phone to some sponsors and he tells them to wind it up again.
Yeah. All right. We've got a few minutes left and still a lot to go through. Shivers.
It's like I'm hosting.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Got excited. Let's go real quick. Super Rugby. Not a lot happening this week. Well, not a lot in New Zealand. A lot of rugby happening.
Drew are still playing.
Drua are playing. Brumbies versus Reds tonight.
Yeah, big game.
Brumbies.
Yeah, I think the Reds' issues at hooker and halfback are two positions where you don't want to be weak against the Brumbies with the pack they've got and their proficiency at set piece. So I do think, that they've got a very good record at home. Obviously, they'd lose to the Reds at home last year, but that took a wild comeback, and the Reds were really at full strength then. So, I think the Brumbies win it.
Yeah, same. Don't discount the Reds though. James O'Connor, very good player. Drua Force. I love the Drua at $3 here.
What's going on here? The Force aren't good. They beat the Rebels.
Love the Drua. Yeah. Tars Rebels. Tars?
Yeah, not the Rebels.
Yep. And if the game goes ahead, Chiefs, Moana. Sounds like the Chiefs are in all sorts.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. We were talking about we thought the line was going to be on pick and go yesterday, and let's just say we had it a lot bigger than the 19.5 it currently is. But I think that a lot of that's predicated on who knows. The Chiefs have named a pretty strong team, but anyone could be out. But to me, I'd be waiting till we see final team lists after I went all in on the Blues, and then that wasn't Bowden Barrett wearing 10 last Friday night. So wait till kick-off. But if you still get the Chiefs at less than a 28-point start and Brodie and Soakula are there, I'd be pretty keen to have a go at that. Back Soakula to score a try if he's in the team. Do that. That'll be fun. Yes. He's running all over everyone at the moment.
Rod Thomas, $10 bonus bet. He wants Brumbies 11 to 20. Great odds. Love an 11 to 20 bet.
And the Crusaders 11 to 20 this week. What am I going to do?
Yeah. And just quickly, Six Nations. Ireland have to beat Scotland and England have to beat France for Ireland to win. And France just have to win.
Yeah, I think France just win.
I think France just win too.
England put a lot into that game last week against Ireland. They'd be a bit flat. France back at home probably had their wobble. Just the way the teams match up. France played much more expansively than Ireland chose to, so should be able to run around England. Yep. All right, quick fire. Best bet, rugby. Drew a plus 7.5. Thank you very much. I didn't write my best bet down, but I'll do the same. Draw a plus 7.5. Value bet. I like the Blues women at $3 in the Opiki final on Sunday, but also have a little bit on Force halftime, Drew a full time at $10. Nice. I'm just going to take Drew straight out, $3. Yeah. Bonus back. Waratahs 13 plus. Brumbies 1 to 12. Yeah, I like that too. And same game claim. In the Waratahs game, Waratahs minus 12.5. Will Harris and Charlie Gamble to score. I'm going Brumbies head to head. Brumbies by 6 or more over 49.5 at 350. We won't worry about multi-buster. We'll move on to racing because there is some plenty good racing both in New Zealand and Australia. 2 Group 1s at Trentham tomorrow. There's about 1,000 at Rose Hill and then the All-Star Mile at Flemington. What is your pick of the bunch? I think it's got to be the All-Star Mile. Like Rose Hill as a whole is just one of the great days of racing, but I don't think any one of those races jumps out quite like the field they've got for the All-Star Mile this year is a lot of fun. I'm really gutted we don't get to see Elephant in there, but it's just so much quality in this All-Star Mile field. All the horses out to $18, like Group 1 winners or real class acts. So I'm really looking forward to it. Wayne Richards asking you, Pat, Very Elegant. Yeah, she's short, but I think she just wins. She certainly features in my betting strategy soon. The field is pretty weak in the Ravenet, so she should just win that, especially on the heavy track. Yeah. Wayne, you have $10 bonus bet, and one for you, Devon Bryant, just quickly. Asking about the White Ferns while it's not racing. Tough to watch. They do need to win out. Yeah, I think they can. Yeah. Like the England game's going to be a toss-up. Yeah. But they certainly can beat England, and I mean, they're right. South Africa, I think, are a lot better than people realise. So that explains that. Yeah. Devon, $10 bonus bet. Right, running out of time. We've really. What are we, like 2 years into this now, and time management not great. Me and Thad did 45 minutes the other week. Oh, maybe we blow it out a little bit. How much time you guys got?
Just kidding. Okay, we'll get to some betting, and we'll wrap this up. Best bet for the racing on the weekend.
Yeah, like I said, Very Elegant is a pretty short one, so I'm going to chuck Yonce at race 3 in Flemington and a multi with her. Those two, both just quality horses, look like they take care of those fields pretty easily. Get it out to $2.31 for that little multi if you want to use that to kick off your racing multi-busters, or you just want to turn some bonus bets into some cash. That's how I'd be doing it.
Yeah, nice. I almost went Yonce, bit too short. So I've gone race 2, Rosehill Mazu at 210. Has won 3 straight 2 this trip. Gone good on the track. Take some beating. We're getting called to stay longer, Pat. It's concerning.
Should I just...
Do you guys not work? What's going on?
Well, if we stay longer, I don't have to go back and do actual work.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. I'm hungry though. Yeah, kebab. Next best.
Mazu, what I had done.
Nice.
Yeah, did some business. Tipped him out 2 weeks ago on here, and yeah, it just looks to be flying at the moment. Doesn't mind the heavy track. Should go well at Rosehill. He's going to put himself in the race, which is what you need to. Yeah, so yeah, very keen.
Boys are vibing. How good. I'm going to the All-Star Mile.
Oh yeah.
Zaki.
Oh, nice.
At 3:30. Missed out late last time to Inspirational Girl. I think is second favourite in this field.
Yeah,
but
just didn't get going early enough. He was coffined.
And was carrying six kilos extra. Second up here, set weights, should be a bit more comfortable, but does have to overcome the wide draw.
And there's an absolute stack of speed in that race. Pretty much every horse, apart from Thunderstruck, wants to go forward. So I'm really interested to see how that plays out, like who actually gets to the lead. Yeah.
But 3:30 you get for Zaki in that. What about you? No, wait, we've just done yours.
Yeah.
Give me some value.
Going with She's Extreme and the Golden Slipper, about $8.50 at the moment. I think really impressive win last Saturday, early in the card. Should have won the week before, but just didn't get going early enough. Draw looks like she won't get stuck on the rail. So, yeah, that's $8.50 looks like a value there. Yeah, Calling Gat a big question in the wet, so going to take her on.
Nice. I'm going to Trentham, race 4, which is a bonus back race. Number 2 bodes well. Owned by...
Have you heard some
the
information?
lad himself, James Marshall. Oh no, he let me know that he was running and just said look out. Currently second favourite, 5.50 and 2.10. Pretty disappointing last trip out with no placings at all. Went right at Matamata but finished 9th.
Oh yeah.
Not great. But yeah, can bounce back fresh here, and we'll be wanting a big autumn. Possibly looking at targeting a big race in November.
Right. Melbourne Cup?
I don't know. Anyway, Rod Thomas, who's listening on? Who's got subtitles? We're auto-generated subtitles. I can only imagine what they're producing. Couple more comments before we go. Tiffany, I've said your name about 3 times, but I don't think I've given you a bonus bet. You can have one now. Warriors 13 plus. I'm probably already on. Yeah, I am on actually.
I just want to shout out Wakar as well. South African woman Smokey to win the World Cup at Sevens. I think that's a great bet. They were 4.25 or something to make the final before the off, and yeah, they look like they're playing as well as you could have hoped. Especially the batting depth they've got, they could really trouble Australia.
Monty Reedy, I'm thunderstruck in the All-Star Mile. Monty can have a $10 bonus bet. And a couple more. Anyone jumping up, Pat?
Facebook's cutting me off again. It doesn't want me to scroll up.
Oh, here's one from Joel Langley. Just giving it to the boys. How good. He said, don't worry about time. If people want to leave, they can. You can. And you can watch us, listen to us on the podcast version, which so you can catch up there.
Don't listen back after Saturday. I don't like people grading me, but no, do it. Love the listens.
Share it with your friends. Sharon Thomas, I picked Rochin Horse last week. Well done.
That's very well played. I did not.
Yeah. No. Anyway, we'll leave it there, eh?
Yeah. No, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah. Thank you to everyone out there watching again, sticking with us. We will be back next week to talk NBA, because we've already said that. NRL, Super Rugby, maybe F1 again. They played 2 weeks ago.
I don't think they've got a week, but might have some supercars down at Hobart next week. So
yeah. Plenty happening. Anyway, have a good weekend. Enjoy the punt. Go well. And we will see you next week on the Flutter. Cheers.
Cheers, team.